Hello once again. Welcome to another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. I'm Steve Gamache, and what we have this time is a petty / paring knife. So this is the Kohetsu VG-10 Damascus petty 80mm knife. So they stated as a petty, but really the size and shape pretty much a paring knife type of knife. So let's take a look at the details on this. So the construction is a layered construction, and the harder core steel is VG-10 full stainless steel, which is a very widely used high quality steel used in tons of knife lines. The heat rate's around 60 Rockwell in the core steel. The construction is a multi-layered softer stainless cladding, and they've got some etching on there, and so that brings out the layering. We'll take a close-up look at it here as long as we're at it. Pretty hard to see way down there on the board since this is a tiny blade, but it's a really cool looking knife. Nice cladding line there, really neat looking, very artistic looking. So you've got some screened on etched kind of kanji on there. Backside is plain. So let's see, let's take a look at the stats. So the weight is about 80 grams or 2.8 ounces. Edge length right about 80 or a little over 3 inches on the tip to the chin, the back of the heel here. Overall length about 7.5 inches. Spine thickness, it's a fairly stiff, stout blade, and so it's about 1.9 coming out of the bolster, and then about halfway down it's about 1.7, then it tapers off a little. The tip's not super skinny on this, so it's going to have some meat to it. It's a very robust feeling knife. The blade height is about 20.35 inches on there, and the handle is stabilized black packawood. The handle has, kind of an average size for this style of blade. It compares to a lot of other Yo or Western style paring / small petty knives. So this style of knife is good for in-hand or paring tasks, peeling tasks, hulling strawberries, a variety of in-hand tasks. The balance point is going to be way back here, kind of in between the first and second rivets, which is pretty standard on this style of blade with a Western handle. So they've got some polish on the spine and the choil here. It's out of the box, not the world's greatest edge. I'd say it's about a 3, maybe 4 out of 10, but it sharpens up pretty nicely. And you've got a well-crafted bolster here, nice fit and finish all the way around, smooth. It's a really cool looking knife. It's pretty hard sometimes to get a paring or / small petty that kind of fits your hand and does what you want. And these can be kind of particular to find exactly the characteristics you want. So let's bring in some other knives here for some comparison. You would think these are easy to kind of get a fit, but paring knives can be one of the hardest styles to actually find something you really like and that works well for your in-hand purposes. So here are some different knives just to give you some looks at the characteristics of them. In-hand feel. The handle on this is really similar to a lot of other handles. It's a little bit bigger than the Tojiro, but fairly similar. So this is the Tojiro DP 90mm. This is a Euro style blade. Little wonky tip. Somebody else in my household did that. Don't judge. This is a Murata. You can see some of these have a bit more of a curve for your finger behind that. This is a Shun Classic 3.5 inch paring. So you'll see some of these have a little bit bigger spot if you like to put your finger up here and have an area there to put your finger in. Some of them are a little smaller. The Tojiro, for example, has the larger curve to stick your finger there if you're trying to choke up on the blade. This one is a style that doesn't have much spot there to stick your finger in, so you got to be a little careful with that heel area. So when you choke up, it's a little harder to stick your finger right there. Any of them are real easy for the in-hand task. You got lots of clearance here. Here's a comparison with the Shun Classic. Very similar shape, small little spot there in terms of choking it up. So just a little bit of comparison of some different paring knives. I won't bother with the on the board comparison because you normally don't do too much with these on the board. But so there you have a really interesting, robust, stout, very stiff blade, cool looking, nice steel. This is the Kohetsu VG-10 Damascus petty/paring 80mm knife.